Hi everyone, welcome to Four Queens 555. Excuse me if I'm speaking a bit funny. Obviously full moon, and obviously I've got a lot of people pulling on my energy, and I'm also going through Kundalini awakening as well, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. Just tried to use another phone and they just cut it off, so obviously they're in that phone. I was laughing this morning because I've got 6 phones, believe it or not. 6 phones and 4 laptops. 2 have been broken because someone was a bit angry when I posted about the police complaint and they just shut the whole laptop down. But you know, it's crazy, isn't it? Four laptops and 6 phones. Can't believe it. Anyway, today's session, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the global network, the strategy, and waking up, because one of the things I've noticed, and I did the letter to the bank, was that it appears that my identity has not just been stolen, my identity has been taken for over 25, 30 years. And obviously I got a lot of things in my married name as well, my previous married name, so it seems interesting. Now, the strategy, obviously to play with God's plan. I noticed as well, when you do reflection and you look at your timeline, how many jobs I had and how many ended up in an NDA. There was a drama, then all of a sudden there was a restructure, and then all of a sudden I was made redundant. Now, what I did ask the question was, in the dream state, they show you someone going in and having a conversation or making a phone call. I mean, we talk global network, don't we? So somebody obviously has planned it every 7-year cycle to sort of like create a drama, get me to be made redundant, and then obviously whatever their plan is. Now, the other part to that is, in some cases, some of the people were quite mean, who were involved in it, in those companies. And I did go to the doctors on a couple of them, and you know, was signed off for stress, but I noticed the doctor was very keen to keep signing me off for stress. So that's when it takes you back to the medical report, doesn't it? I don't know what they actually put in the medical report. As far as I was concerned, the paperwork said stress. So I don't know, but hey ho. So yeah, NDA pandemic, strategy of identity theft over 25 to 30 years, it could be longer. The strategy to play God in one's life. Question is who's not involved. I'm not going to say who's involved. The question is who's not involved. The abuse of spirituality in the dark arts. The false medical reports, obviously. And then the government programs. Who put me in the government programs and the human experiment going against my free will? Now, I can only assume there's something like that, because when I went to the hospital to get the bloods done, I was obviously in the system as a trigger. Why, I don't know. But that's not to say somebody hadn't already used my name somewhere else, because obviously I got parking fines, didn't I? And I'd never been there. So, who knows? Then the other question is why people seem to think this battle's mine. For it says in Ephesians, we do not fight the flesh and blood, and yet they seem to fight the flesh and they fight the blood. So I'm not quite so sure why they think this battle's mine, when my birthright is my birthright and my destiny was already predetermined, as is everybody else's, based on our lineage and our bloodline. So it's interesting how people seem to think this battle is yours. They want to use spirituality, but then they also try and do the physical stuff as well to create the narrative of all the things that they've previously did. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that one out there, because it seems that there's been a strategy that's been built up for a very long time. Global network, hidden members, because you don't know who they are, and they're in every walks of life, and everything that we touch, they could be there. I mean, I know there's probably some in the banks and some in the credit card company, because obviously how would they have been able to do what they did? So, you know, you have to ask yourself that question, don't you? So it's food for thought, really. And obviously from this point of view, the message here is, you know, that's where we need the laws to change, don't we? There needs to be more stricter laws on our identity, and also what these people do and don't do. And the reason why I posted that thing about the Masons going to court and in the police having to confirm that they are actually part of the society was for that reason. I don't think it should just be the police. I think in any walks of life, if you've got something that you're associated to, then you should declare it, and then everybody knows that you're an affiliated member of something, and these companies can protect themselves, because I'm not sure that the platforms don't have these members, because somebody keeps messing with mine. I had a new subscriber and it disappeared, and I actually physically watched somebody put a thumbs up and it disappeared. I watched a comment disappear. So yeah, interesting, isn't it, how all these things seem to happen. But you know, and so for the channel, it's my legacy, and I surrendered that because I just think, well, their karma is what they do, my karma is how I choose to respond, and obviously it's my story, it's my testimony. So if they want to choose the law of karma over the law of grace, that's up to them. That's got nothing to do with me. But it's interesting how they think this battle is mine when they didn't steal from me. They stole from the ancestors, and they stole from God's plan. Because if we look at scripture, it says the first will be last and the last will be first. So that's just prophecy, isn't it? It's just the way it is. And for those that say they're of God, they'd know that. So they're not really fighting me, so I don't take it personally, because it's not my battle. It never was. And all the silly things with the laptops and the phones and all that, again, that's them manifesting what they want to happen in their world. Same as all the spell work and everything else that they feel the need to do. So, you know, whatever, it's up to them. And someone's playing with the camera now as well, so they've got a lot of high-tech equipment, I'll give them that. But what's interesting is while they're watching me, they're being watched as well. So, and I'm sure they know that. You know, it's quite flattering really, isn't it? But yeah, so I wanted to put that out there. And the reason why they do it as well, the other reason, is because they like to siphon energy. That's the other reason why they do it. So anybody that's got a camera, just make sure that you cleanse it. Because one of the things a practitioner who was doing a cleanse for me said, be mindful of your laptops and be mindful of your phones, because that's one of the ways that they try and siphon energy. It's one of the easiest ways that they try to do it anyway. So yeah, interesting, isn't it? But yeah, so it appears that my ID has been stolen in my marital name for a very long time. And that's not to say that I don't have another name, because I probably do, because obviously there's lots of supposed secrets, isn't there? But yeah, just wanted to put that one out there. I'm going to do another one in a minute, so but yeah, just keep it on the record, and I'll catch you on the next one, and sending you lots of peace and healing. Catch you on the next one. Bye.